Over the course of last 2 years, I have learned one thing while creating all these YouTube videos about this particular topic, that people go on looking for information until they find something that satisfies them. More often than not, they are looking for the validation of this thing that is already on their mind. If they have a certain idea about a certain place, or let's say a certain country in this scenario, they would only believe the information that confirms the perception that they already had before looking for that information. It's basic human psychology, and it's what I have learned through my conversations with students over the last 2 years. Now, needless to say that I want those people who still believe their situation is what it was 5 years ago in the world have to wake up. And there is no one else other than you yourself who can make the correct decision. There is a certain way to go about it though. Don't just listen to people and make a random decisions, but do some research on yourself. And that is where I want to help you. Usually I get these comments on my videos. Can you tell me how easy it is to get a job in finance? I am an IT engineer. Tell me what is the scope for me? So when you're asking a question from your own perspective, it's best that you yourself are the one who are making the correct decision. Let me tell you how to go about it. Now, whenever you want to research a particular country, use a framework called PEST or PESTEL. Now, if you are already a business student, you must have heard about it. It's just not possible that you didn't come across this term. But PESTEL stands for political, economical, social, technological, environmental, and legal. Now, these are not terms just meant for the books, but they are actually applicable to the current scenario in the world. I mean, things have definitely changed. We all know that. No one could have conjured something up like this even in their wildest dreams. That's what the situation is. So how do you go about researching all these things? Look, like I just said, use the PESTEL model. What does a political and a legal situation in a country tell you about it? Just look at what kind of government is in the country. Look at what kind of laws and legal rules are available in that country. I'll give you a very good example of Australia, who have banned students from traveling back into the country during the pandemic. It has happened 6 months before. Currently, their own citizens, Australian citizens, are stranded in a country like India, which is hit by the pandemic storm. All of these people who moved there, they are the citizens of Australia by naturalization, are stranded. I don't know how many such people are there, but it seems like the country has disowned them. So they are not bothered about the kind of services these people provide. They are not bothered about the kind of contribution these people are doing for Australia. So this is something that you should really consider while deciding your future. Now, I believe political situation goes hand in hand with social situation too. What is the perception of the people of that country about people like you? So, are Indians really respected in Australia? Are Africans respected in America? These are the things that are much more important than looking at the economic condition of that country. For example, look at Ireland. Economically, it's really stable. There are a lot of companies in Ireland. But do people from your country get easily hired there? Do foreigners get easily absorbed into the workforce? What is the social stigma related to hiring non-Europeans, and is there a bias while hiring people from India compared to people hiring from America? These are some of the things that people completely ignore. Now, that is why, in my opinion, the political and social situation of a country should be the first thing that you should look at. Now, needless to say, you also need to understand the legalities in the country. I'm talking about the rules surrounding immigration and visa policies. Now, I can't say for other countries. There's a lot of information available online. Take the information from the immigration website rather than looking for information online created by people. Now, if you're someone who's looking for information about Ireland, I have created videos regarding the job visas and things like that. Do go take a look at them. I'll leave a link to them in the description. However, once again, I'm not saying that should be your only research. There are links in the description of all the videos. Go and check them out and research yourself and take your information from reliable government resources. Sorry, I just had to come down to collect a package, but the guy is not here anyway. So another thing you should look at is the technological factors that might affect you. This could be the industry that is available in a certain country and the technical skills that are needed in that country. Now, I've seen people looking for information like how to get a PR rather than understanding how to upskill themselves to become eligible for certain skills that might be in short in that country. That would help you go a long way. Now, more often than not, these are skills related to STEM. Now, people with STEM skills have better opportunities than people with no technical skills. So learning those skills might go a long way in securing your future. And needless to say, the environmental situation also plays a big role. Now, some people usually cannot really cope with the climate of certain countries. I know personally someone who cannot cope with the heat in Australia, and I also know someone who had a history in asthma who found it extremely difficult to cope with the weather in Ireland. So environmental things again make a lot of difference. Now, people coming from developing country would always think that the environment outside of their country is better, but it's not always the case. There are allergies, there are weird animals, and there are things that your body has never coped with before. Again, I'll give you an example of Ireland. Sunshine here becomes a blessing if you see it. A lot of people from tropical country may find it difficult to cope with, may develop skin disorders. So this is how you should look at it. It's called PESTEL, PESTEL. These are the political, economical, technological, social, environmental, and the legal situation in a country. I hope what I just said makes sense to you, and I hope this helps you begin with your research. Once again, don't look for the easier route of relying on other people like me. Yes, I'm counting myself as one of them. So don't rely on other people to give you the information that you're looking for, because the dynamics of the world have really changed. No one knows what will happen next. So it's better that you open your eyes and educate yourself. Good luck.